Thanks for talking with us tonight. When you guys face a player that just has the type of night that Jewel has, does it make it any easier to kind of swallow a loss like this, to know it seemed like there was nothing that was going to happen that could stop her in that first quarter?
Not at all. Obviously, you have to give credit to Jewel and what she was able to do tonight, especially in that first quarter. I think there was a couple shots there that, Sky was right up on her. And so that's just a really good offensive player and her ability to score. And she showed that today. But I think we did a good job of staying resilient towards the end there, giving ourselves an opportunity to win the game. And I'm sure we got to take what we can from this and move on, going to Vegas in 2 days.
When you guys can do this comeback like you guys have done so many times this season and make games that maybe didn't seem competitive in the fourth quarter very competitive, the margin for error though with that big deficit is just small, and even one possession can basically end that comeback. Does that kind of feel like that margin of error being so small, is that feeling kind of permeating, every possession you guys have to flip it and get that one?
Yeah, I think the way you have to think about coming back from a deficit is really just one stop at a time, because offensively, we were fine tonight. We got pretty much anything that we wanted, and we knocked in some open shots, missed a couple open ones as well. But I think we finished the first half with 47 points. And so it was the defensive end for us. And that's where, when you do get in a deficit, every stop matters, but you just really have to focus on making it one stop at a time, one possession at a time, and not focusing on the score, the number as a whole. And I think we did an okay job of that. But obviously down the stretch, there were some key shots and some key end ones that they were able to convert. And that kind of just messed us up a little bit.
And to kind of go off of that for my last question, when you guys are able to get those stops in that run, and I think it was 22-4 run at one point, is that kind of another sign of, hey, we know we can do this in the second half. We just need to figure out how to put together all 40 minutes of good defense that way?
Yeah, I think if you look at, majority of our games post-Olympic break, we've been able to put together 40 minutes of defense. We just didn't come out and start with that today. And so, it's something that we're very capable of, something that we believe in and that we've bought into. And it's just going back to the film and back to the drawing board, knowing that, we have another game coming up and then it becomes playoffs, and you have to lock up and you have to have those margins of error as controlled as possible.
I'll kick it over to Jeff Metcalf, Arizona Republic.
You're going to have to go the long way in the playoffs now, doing the elimination games. What are your thoughts on that?
Playoffs are playoffs. However you're going to do it, everybody has a different road to a championship, and ours is kind of placed out in front of us with those elimination games. I think when we continue to play, it gives you an opportunity to fix things on the fly, fix things within the game. Long breaks sometimes aren't great for certain teams, and so for us, I think it is what it is. I think we would have wanted that first round bye if possible, but we'll take the long way around. We'll get it done and work our way towards the championship.
Sandy was saying that people are just trapping Skylar and doing everything they can to, make it hard on her. What are you seeing out there with what they're trying to do on her?
Majority of teams are just trying to trap, get the ball out of her hands. Obviously, if you've watched Skylar play all season long, you know her ability to get to the rim and finish creatively down there or pass and make something happen for others. So what they're trying to do is get the ball out of her hands. And obviously, if we have D on the floor with us, it's a little bit more difficult to take the ball out of both of their hands. And so there's a more focus on her, definitely on the guard position in their defense. And so I think that's at times trying to take us out of our offense, but we're doing a pretty good job of getting the ball out and reading the defense. And BG obviously gets trapped all the time. So we work around her as well. And we're trying to do what we can to help Sky out as much as possible.
Just one more thing on Lloyd. What is it like when you see a player having this kind of game? What is it that allows that to happen? Is it just, you're just feeling it? Or like you said, Sky was up on her for some of those shots and she's still knocking them down?
If you have a high confidence level in yourself, more often than not, that usually does it. If you think the shot's going in, it's pretty much half the battle of shooting the ball. And so I think when you get a player like Jewel Lloyd, who is as talented as she is, and can score at all three levels when she wants to, and she gets going like that, it's tough to stop. And and I was just waiting for her to miss at one point. And we were doing pretty good defensively. And so can't complain on what happened there. Credit to her and what she was able to do. Just wish it was against somebody else.
Great, thank you.
Thanks, Jeff.